Once upon a time, in a small, picturesque town, there lived a cheerful boy named Ethan. During one summer vacation, Ethan decided to visit his grandfather, Mr. Robert, who lived in a charming countryside home surrounded by nature. Ethan adored spending time with his grandpa Robert. They would explore the fields, play games, and share countless stories. One day, while sitting under a shady tree, Ethan turned to his grandfather and said, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to be successful. Can you tell me how I can achieve that?" Mr. Robert smiled warmly and nodded. "Of course, Ethan. Come with me," he said. Together they walked to a nearby plant nursery. From the nursery, Mr. Robert purchased 2 small saplings and brought them back home. Once they arrived, Grandpa Robert planted 1 sapling in a pot and kept it inside the house. The other sapling was planted outside in the garden. Afterward, he turned to Ethan and asked, "What do you think, Ethan? Which of these 2 plants will grow better in the future?" Ethan thought for a moment and then replied, "The one inside the house will grow better because it's safe. It won't have to face strong sunlight, storms, or animals. The one outside is at risk of so many dangers." Grandpa Robert chuckled and said, "Let's wait and see what happens over time." Years passed, and Ethan returned to visit his grandfather again. Now a teenager, Ethan was curious about life and eager to hear more from his wise grandpa. As they sat together, Ethan said, "Grandpa, do you remember the question I asked you years ago about being successful? You didn't give me a direct answer back then, but this time, I really want to know." Mr. Robert smiled and replied, "I'll tell you, Ethan, but first, let's take a look at the plants we planted together." He led Ethan to the pot where the indoor sapling had been planted. The plant had grown but remained small and delicate. Then they walked outside to see the other sapling. To Ethan's amazement, the outdoor plant had grown into a tall, sturdy tree with branches spreading wide, offering shade and comfort to anyone who passed by. Grandpa Robert looked at Ethan and asked, "Now tell me, Ethan, which plant grew better? Which one is more successful?" Ethan gazed at the massive tree and said, "The one outside grew more." "But how is that possible? It must have faced so many challenges, yet it grew so strong." Grandpa Robert smiled knowingly and said, "That's exactly the point, Ethan. The plant outside had to face storms, rain, strong sunlight, and even the occasional animals. These challenges helped it grow stronger. Its roots had the freedom to spread deep into the soil, and every hardship made it more resilient. Today, it stands tall and sturdy, capable of withstanding even a strong storm." He continued, "On the other hand, the plant inside the house stayed safe, but it didn't have the chance to face challenges. It remained small and weak because it never had to struggle." Looking into Ethan's eyes, Grandpa Robert said, "My dear boy, life is much like these plants. If you want to grow and succeed, you must be willing to face challenges and step out of your comfort zone. Struggles and difficulties are not enemies. They are opportunities to learn, grow, and become stronger. If you always choose the easy path, you'll never realize your full potential. But if you embrace challenges and persevere, no goal will be out of reach." Ethan took a deep breath and looked up at the towering tree. His grandfather's words echoed in his mind. Obstacles are not barriers, they are stepping stones to success. As Ethan reflected on the lesson, he realized how true it was. In life, everyone faces challenges and hardships. Often, these moments feel discouraging and overwhelming. However, just like the tree outside, those who embrace difficulties as opportunities to grow become stronger and more capable of achieving their dreams. This story of 2 plants teaches us that struggles are essential for growth. The sapling outside faced storms and challenges, but it also gained the freedom to spread its roots and grow into a mighty tree. Meanwhile, the sapling, inside, though protected, remained small and fragile. From this, we learn that stepping out of our comfort zones and facing challenges head-on can open the doors to true success. These experiences build resilience, determination, and strength, qualities essential for achieving greatness. Of course, overcoming obstacles is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt and discouragement, but it's important to remember that setbacks are temporary. If we learn from them and keep moving forward, we can overcome any challenge that comes our way. So, the next time you face a difficult situation, don't shy away from it. Embrace it as an opportunity to grow. Remember the story of Ethan, Grandpa Robert, and the two plants. The struggles you face today can make you stronger and pave the way for your success tomorrow.